Under the candlestick. Do you know?
Više noću papanu, dvije noću jednu.
And everyone is blind drunk. Where have you been all my life?
Like an idiot. Besides, can't you just let it go? Never.
I need to pay the tithe and give something to the church.
What's it to be, you red
bet that precious
then.
roll of it.
Piglet cut right off.
Jesus! If Lord Samin sees them, he'll have a fit.
What's it to be, you wretch? Careful!
You! They didn't take anything out. What's the matter? Shit yourself!
Shall we wait until it
It
gets
still wasn't enough. Risking our full Oldham keeps telling everyone we stole the meadows from.
Getting dark. Lord Von Dalcott still has a shot.
What's it to be, you wretch?
Christ! I don't have the whole day for you!
Radovan's present for young Lord Semyon is missing. You wouldn't happen to know anything about it.
I didn't see any swords.
Sword? How do you know it's a sword?
Fuck. All right, I saw it. Like everyone here, I reckon. Radovan was bragging about it all over.
Stop denying it. You're only making it worse for yourself. Everybody knows you and the Semyons don't exactly get along. So it's clear who's the main suspect. So if you know something, out with it now. Or you'll be very glad to spit it out in the torture chamber. Along with your teeth.
Oh. All right then. It was me who took it.
Why would you even steal the sword in the first place?
I wanted to humiliate old Semyon. For the way he treats us. If the present for his son got...
Oh, poor Radovan will be the one who'd get the worst of it. And
I'm sorry.
Where's the sword now?
I had to get rid of it. Fast. So I threw it in the pond.
You can't be serious.
Farewell, my friend.
Here it is. Just like Svatya said.
Is it true you forged a gift for young old?
I found your sword.
Thank God, Henry. I was afraid I'd have to look for a job in another county. Who stole it?
The bailiff's son took it.
Svatya, why the hell would he do that? He and young Semyon will be brothers-in-law.
Maybe that's exactly why.
Right. I heard he's got a grudge against the Semyons. But for him to act the fool when Semyon finds out, he'll make the bailiff set the boy straight.
No one should be above the law.
Aye, but still, punishing your own son is a But, as you say, you got it to me just in time.
So Lord von Burgov is around?
Not yet, but the father is in a hurry to have his son married. I think the lad's a little scared. I'm not surprised.
I didn't think they'd start the ceremony without...
He'll show up, don't worry. Something just held him up, you know.
Where on earth is he? We've been waiting for hours. I sent someone to look for him.
Master Chamberlain, how's it looking? When's Sir Otto coming?
I wish I knew, sir. His party should have been here long ago.
What?
I sent someone to look for them, but there's no sign of them. It's regrettable, but we'd better start without him.
Let's get started, Father.
Damn it.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here to witness the sacred union of Agnes and Alda. I ask you before God and his holy church to make your holy vow of matrimony, love, honor, and fidelity. Do you so swear until death do you part?
I do.
I do.
I now pronounce you man and wife. You may kiss the bride.
right back where we started.
Maiden.
Von Burgov's not coming, so why stay here? I'll congratulate the newlyweds and go.
I'm sorry.
All of them!
God's woos.
But they broke your friend's hearts.
What heart, you goat?
Wake up, you meanie. For that, you'd have to marry old Olbrin. He's the only one who could afford a feast. Not just anyone. It was my late father-in-law. May the Lord give him eternal rest. Like I said, I
You were cursing him a while ago about scattering hay. And the whole time he's so busy he hardly listens.
Sister's wedding.
Dame, our wedding was the talk of the county for quite some time. I heard that someone even fell asleep. Not just anyone. It was my late father-in-law.
What about you? Do you know anything? He's so dim-witted he wouldn't suspect us, even if we were talking right in front of him.
Wait. You look
You must be...
Is that so? After all...
Why didn't Lord Bomb...
How should I know?
He couldn't have just disappeared into thin air. What about you? Do you know anything, Henry? I thought you were
It's the cellar guard's fault.
that idler. Oh, to hell with it. If only he didn't. Well, I suppose.
Why didn't Lord von Burgos...
If I did, my son, I don't know why he's not here.
Sir, do you know where I can find...
Sorry, I haven't seen them for a while. Don't bother them too much. Let them have some peace.
The beggars are gone.
Well, I'm happy to hear that. I just hope...
I managed in the...
Ah, that's good. I just drink since Lord Von...
Oh, well.
Perhaps you'll soon have another opportunity.
Lord Semi?
You mean Buell? You might find it hard to believe, Henry. That means I can't. So, I took him in...
Is that right?
No.
How?
It looks like it. So he's... Till we meet again.
Scattering hay. And the whole time is so busy.
Have you seen Alder and Agnes?
Oh, but I haven't seen two of you, laddie. So what? We're at a wedding, are we not? And anyone who doesn't drink is only wishing them a grief. So get boozing, laddie.
Thanks for nothing.
A blessed evening to you.
I heard you were talking to the bride. Do you know...
Agnes? Well, she mentioned she needed to take a break from the crowd for a while. And then she set off towards the fortress. That's a...
Thanks.
See you later, my friend. Like I said.
You understand? We've got some seriously rough fellas from...
How is he supposed to do it?
Girl, don't make it sound like torture.
What are you doing here? Who are you?
I'm Henry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. I was hoping to find you both here. Sir Older as well. Come now, dry your tears. What's the matter, eh?
It's Older.
Did he...
No. He just disappeared. Left practically right from the altar.
But why? You two look so happy.
I was hoping he'd stay at home more after we were married. Instead, what a sin.
What was so urgent that it couldn't wait until morning?
I don't know. He didn't tell me, but he often rides off in a hurry.
Don't worry. He'll be back soon. Nobody would leave a pretty girl like you alone for long.
He couldn't care less about me. His father arranged the marriage mainly for the money they're getting from my pa.
I think he really loves you. During the ceremony, he was gazing at you like an apparition of the...
Then why would he disappear right after? I'm probably the only bride ever to be abandoned at home. I've already cried buckets. I could use a drink. How...
That doesn't sound like a good idea. A bride is supposed to be
And the groom is supposed to at least be present, for God's sake. And where is he? So...
I wanted to congratulate. Good luck. Good health.
Make it short. I'm thirsty.
Here's to you.
The booze! Oh, fucking hell! It's you again!
Fight! Fuck off me!
You want to fuck the bride, huh?
It's not what you think!
What are you doing, you drunken fool?
Someone's been coveting your neighbour's wife, eh?
Bollocks!
I'm not going to blame you. You might have waited until this lot went home.
Fucking awesome!
Come on, scum!
I told you he had two left hands.
Fucker! Yeah, don't spare him! We'll kick your ass!
I need a hand here.
Nice strike!
Don't spare him!
Good! Hey! Come and help me with this bastard! Slice him up!
Quickly, for the love of God, sort out this rubble before they turn everything into firewood.
Cursed luck. Well. Distinguished guests.
For the love of God. Does it have to be him?
Trust me, friend.
Oh, thank you, Jesus.
We need to have a word with you.
Would your graces care to sit?
I think not.
What brings you to my humble rectory, gentlemen?
Are you all packed, Godwin? I heard you got kicked out of your humble rectory.
So who do I owe that to? You wouldn't have had anything to do with this, would you, Hanush?
You've no one to thank for that but yourself, Godwin. If you hadn't been living like an animal, you wouldn't be regretting it now.
You're wrong, though. I don't regret anything.
And I trust you won't regret hearing us out now. We have a secret mission for you.
Secret mission? Sir Radzig, I hope you're not trying to drag me into some state espionage game of yours. Somehow, over the years, I fell out of the habit of being inconspicuous.
You buffoon! Let his lordship finish!
Do you know about Lord Capon's mission?
Aye. I had a word or two about that. Where was it you sent him? Trotsky?
Yes, to Sir Otto von Bergoff's castle.
Royal Chamberlain von Berger. The League of Lords fella.
You know more than I'd expect from you.
It doesn't surprise me. I also know that Trotsky is about 3 days' ride away.
2 days, weather permitting.
The young lord should have been back long since then, shouldn't he?
He should. But he's not.
Why did you come to me for this?
For Christ's sake! Get your booze-soaked noggin working. Isn't it obvious? We need you to go to Trotsky and find out what's keeping him.
Why don't you send Henry after him? As far as I know, he's always done a good job for you.
That's exactly why he went with Capon.
So it's more serious than I thought. All right. I'll do it.
Well, that went better than I expected.
Oh, don't get ahead of yourself. I won't rest until my nephew is safely back in Perkstein.
When should I go?
Right away.
Fuck! Did they have to lock us up in here of all places? I have a feeling these walls are moving. The cell is getting smaller and smaller. Can you hear me? Let me out! Hey! Hear me!
Oh, give it a rest. No one's come in.
I feel like we're going to be crushed here.
Well, that ought to bring us closer together.
Very droll. I just don't like these kind of places.
Like jails. Not a lot of people do.
No, I suppose they don't. Listen here, Henry. I wanted to say, well, that I'm glad to see you again.
Oh, yeah?
Give over.
After all, as you know, I'm just a common dung grubber, while you're the great Bellatore.
Bellator. But I was stupid to think like that. It was stupid. But now I'm sitting here too for behaving like a Bellator. I might have left you in it.
Yeah, you might.
Nevertheless, Henry, I wanted to say that, well, you were right. I behaved badly. Awfully.
Do you realise the shit you got me into? I was stuck in a foreign region, far from home, without money, without my things, and the worst of it all, I was completely alone.
I know! I already said I behaved like a fool, all right? So, what were you getting up to the whole time, anyway?
Me? It's all the same now. All that work, and still we've both ended up in a cell. What about you?
I also stuck to what I'm best at.
What, boozing and whoring?
Ha fucking ha. Hunting.
But where did you get the gear for that? We arrived in Troskowitz like a pair of beggars.
By using the old noggin, pal. I pulled a strong thread out of those rags I had on, made a snare for game, and before you could say jackrabbit, I was hawking half a dozen hares around the local cottages.
Weren't you worried about the local gamekeeper?
That nitwit! I found out he was fond of the booze, so I snooped around his lodge, and when sleeping it off, I went hunting. Once, I even went into his shed and, borrowed a bow and a quiver full of arrows.
Thieving, too, to top it all. Christ!
Oh, give over. Once things are sorted out, I'll give it all back. Shh, quiet! There's something going on outside the door.
Have you seen Captain Thomas? Yarrick says he's in a bad way.
He's right. Them fuckers cut him up good.
Last I heard from Father Nicodemus, though, was that his wounds are healing.
Aye. Only he's been struck down by a fever. And the Sawbones is away with Sir Otto.
Good God.
Captain Thomas! Yes! He met us before we reached the pond, didn't he? We showed him our letter.
But he's in a fever. You heard them.
Oh, we'll deal with that somehow. Hey!
Leave it be.
Hey! Open up, you rabble! We're messengers from Ratai. Your captain can confirm it. Do you hear?
Again?
Those damned fools won't give us any peace.
Come on, fellas! Be reasonable. We're envoys of the Lord of Lipa.
It's about time. Just you wait till Lord von Berghoff hears how you treat a noble.
You, come with me to the courtyard. Chamberlain says we ain't gonna waste bread on you for nothing. We've got a job for you.
What about me? I want to talk to the captain right now.
You want to talk to God, fella. You're getting the gallows for poaching.
What? But you can't hang a nobleman.
Jesus, wait! Hear that? That bell's tolling for you, mate. 12 more times, and the priest will come for you. Hans!
But you can't!
Hans, don't worry, I'll fix it! Move it!
I'm a nobleman! You hear me? I'm a noble! I'm Sir Hans Capon of Bergstein.
So, if you want to get out of here, you'll have to make amends and work off your debt. For a start, you can carry all the charcoal from this wagon up to the store.
Wait, though. What's going to happen with Capon?
With that madman? He was poaching, so he'll swing.
You can't do that.
We damn well can, Sonny. That's the law here. 12 more tolls of the bell and well, it'll all be over.
Your Captain Thomas can testify that we're envoys from Ratai. It's the truth, I swear.
Don't you say a word about our captain. We don't know if the poor fella will live to see morning. They moved him during the night to the chapel at the very top of the Maiden. It seems only God can help him now.
What about my things? You took everything away from me.
That's what happens to people in jail. When we set you free, you'll get your stuff back. In the worst case, we might keep something to cover the damages you caused at the wedding. Got it?
Got it. Do you always ring the bells before an execution?
Aye, it's a local custom. They say back in the past, the local lord slept through a scheduled execution, and they had to release the condemned man. Don't worry, that won't happen today.
What happens when I'm done with this?
What do you reckon? You'll get another job, and when there's no more work for you, you can bugger off wherever you like.
That's all?
Aye? What do you expect? The axe? Lord von Berghoff is strict, but he ain't a tyrant. But poaching now, that's another matter.
Why did they move your captain to the chapel? All that way up?
So he'd be closer to God. Either the good Lord will help him, or take him to his bosom. The captain's in a really bad way. And our Sawbones is away with Lord von Berghoff.
And can I go there? I really have to talk with Captain Thomas.
Don't fucking annoy me, fella. You got off lightly so far, believe me.
What? You won't even let me pray in the chapel?
We will not. You're not allowed inside at all. And don't let me catch you snooping around there.
I'll get to work then.
Good lad. The store's up by the gate to the inner bailey. Orsina the blacksmith is idling around somewhere there. He'll think up some job for you. Or go down to the outer bailey where they're building the scaffold near the gate. They'll be working up there, and no wandering around where you're not allowed. Don't stick your nose inside the...
Yeah.
a rabble running rampant, even hacked up that captain of ours.
They're not going to move on their own. Get to it.
So you probably noticed same as I did, eh? The fellas don't talk about much else lately.
This property belongs to someone else. So, you're just wandering aimlessly, huh?
Šta je sad? Zašto? Razumem.
Have a nice day.
Careful.
I bi ja trebao s ovim ugljenom napraviti.
Good day to you.
Good day.
That wagon has to be out of here before his lordship returns.
A di, brat?
It was nice. Good food and drink. Lots of guests. Not enough pretty girls for my liking, though. It's a lot better here in Trotsky.
Let's hope the bride doesn't hear you. She might take offense.
I wasn't talking about her, of course. The bride's always the prettiest.
I've been at weddings where that wasn't the case, unfortunately. But I heard it ended in a brawl.
Aye. Some idiots had a punch-up. It's practically a tradition, you know?
A pretty stupid tradition.
It will be bad, I tell you.
I don't know. Seems to me it's always the same. Bad.
Well, it will be even worse. Look, there's a rabble running rampant over the front.
Clear off. Hey, you're not allowed here.
Lots of guests. Not enough pretty girls for my liking, though. It's a lot better here in Trotsky.
Let's hope the bride doesn't hear you. She might take offense.
Someone will overhear and you'll get in trouble. I'm only a sweaty blacksmith. Who care what I think? Who knows? But someone might care.
Oj, oj, oj.
It was nice. Good food and drink. Lots of guests. Good food and drink. Lots of guests. Not enough pretty girls for my liking, though. It's a lot better here in Trotsky.
Let's hope the bride doesn't hear you. She might
Saw
take
him, but I
offense.
didn't speak with him. Did he seem off to you? All them bookworms seem off to me. Although it's true, he was looking a bit...
Clear off.
That's that.
Hey, vagabond! You're done hauling.
Wedding
Get
light.
over it.
It was nice.
I finished hauling the sacks. What now?
How should I know? They told me to think up some job for you, so you wouldn't be idle. So if you want to pass the time, go ahead, but do it sensibly.
Well, if you really don't have anything for me, I'll just idle around then.
That'd suit you, eh? None of that. Only, what to do with you? I've only got work in the forge, and that's a craft, an art, you could say.
I'm a blacksmith too, even if I don't look the part right now.
Oh, really?
Aye. My pa was a blacksmith, a respected one.
Then you might actually be some use to me. At least I wouldn't have to work my fingers to the bone all the time. I'll tell you what, go to the forge. The fire's gone cold. I haven't had much time for, well, the trade. So fire it up and make some horseshoes for Kabat. He's our groom, always bothering me that he don't have shoes for the horses. And there's only one nag stabled here now that his lordship's away with his men.
Well, the thing is, I've never forged horseshoes.
A blacksmith's son and you never made horseshoes? Well, whatever. You'll manage somehow.
Niestety. Już laku noć, pozdrav.